the beautiful Mona Symone with me on the line. You are the beautiful Mona Symone.
Beautiful sister, heart of inspiration.
Yes, we're live. We're live. Hello, y'all. Come on in. I got the chat room open. We're going to do something a little different today. Hey, Lollipop. How you doing, honey? Hello, Miss Brandy. Hey, Khadija. How you doing, girl? Hey. Mary, what's going on? What's happening? All right, guys. Let me copy some information here. And I'm going to put some information on here about how to get in touch. I do have a call-in number today. So let me put the call-in number here so that mods, you can continue to put this in. Hey, Leah, how you doing, honey? Cassandra, Tawanda. Hello, Terrace. How you doing? Happy Mother's Day, darling. Happy Mother's Day. Hello, Stella. Yes. Yes. All the mothers and all the fur baby mothers and everybody. Happy Mother's Day. Okay, hang on one more second, y'all. Moderators, I'm putting this in. This is going to be the call-in number. Now, listen, you guys, we're not going to be able to have everybody call in at once. Okay, so let me just explain the format tonight so mods, you guys know what's going on, okay? All right, here we go. Hello, Tanisha. All right, so just caught. Okay, so this is how we're going to do it, you guys. Sorry, I was still like in the middle of getting stuff ready. As you see, I have my face, and the beautiful Mona Symone is with us tonight. Let me know if you all can hear her. Mona, you want to say hello to everybody?
Yes, hello everyone. Can you hear me okay? Happy Mother's Day. Happy Saturday. Hello.
Can you guys hear? Can you guys hear her all right? Hey, Mr. Clarence. Hello, Tanisha. If I didn't speak, hello, Jeanette. So, listen. Now, Grace.
I don't know if they can hear me yet.
Well, you're on my microphone. You guys give me a heart if you can hear Miss Mona. Oh, Lollipop says she. Give me a heart if y'all can hear Miss Mona, please. Okay, April says yes. Okay. So I'm gonna set Miss Mona right on top of my amethyst, so that's just going to give her some good energy right through the phone. Okay, so this is the format for this evening. So for those of you that don't know, Mona Symone is Sage the Brain. She has a YouTube channel, and so she's kind of in a different lane than we are, but we also come together. So Mona, I'll let her describe herself a little bit, but she is a life coach, and she also brings to the table a lot of not just life experience, but also knowledge. So Mona, do you want to tell the people a little bit about, your studies and so on?
Oh, I get to brag on my degrees?
Brag on your degrees, girl. We love bragging on degrees on this channel here.
Right, absolutely. Okay, so hello everyone. If you're not familiar with me, I am Mona Symone, aka Sage the Brain, hashtag Freddie's daughter, hashtag Madam Sir. I am a life coach. I'm currently on hiatus because I've been on a little bit of a medical leave, but I'm a life coach. I do business consulting, life plans and goals, things of that nature. Been giving advice for over 20 years. I have an educational background in psychology, religion, and business, and just a wealth of life experience. I think I've lived probably 5 lives in one already. So that's what I'm about.
5 lives.
And also, one other thing to add with my education in psychology was an emphasis on sex, human sex and sexuality. So I tend to cater to a lot of those issues with sex, sexuality, sexual orientation, things of that nature.
Well, there you go.
Thank you
No problem. And she's a Scorpio, so now we all know about them. They're Scorpios. Miss Sophie, good evening, love. We all know about them Scorpios, all right? Now, so I'm putting in here what we're doing tonight is $25 for love or relationship. Not only just readings, but also advice. I wanted to bring Mona on here together with me for us to finally do a collaboration. I know we talk a lot about toxic relationships, and we talk a lot about, the energies that are in the ethers right now and how they could potentially affect our love and our other type of relationships. And I thought it would be really cool to bring her on today so that we could discuss this together, so you could get a different perspective, not just from the spiritual, metaphysical, esoteric side, but Mona's also well versed in that as well, but then also to hear from a little bit more of a clinical side and from a true life coach's perspective. I'm going to give you that spiritual coaching kind of perspective, but she's going to do that. So hello, Rio. So just thinking, girl, how you doing, honey? Oh, everybody's just showing up tonight. I love y'all. So the readings tonight, so you're going to get basically a 2-for-1. Okay. The $25, so you'll need to specify. So you can email, or I did put in a call-in number as well with the access code. So mods, if you want to go up and copy that. So I do have the call-in ability. Now understand, hey, Robbie on the rails, understand that we're only going to be able to take one person at a time. So just kind of be patient here. And we're going to ask that you please, when you go ahead and get your advice for the evening, please use either PayPal or CashApp, and my moderators will put that into the chat as well. Okay. What else? Oh, please. Also, now that I'm so glad that Mona did go in the chat, please find her channel if you have not already, Sage the Brain. You guys go on and like and subscribe to her channel. Subscribe to her channel. Everybody start liking this video. Share it. Ashley D, how you doing, honey? Share it, okay? And let's just have a good time tonight, all right? So, for those of you that I know from Mona's channel, welcome if you haven't been here yet. What I do... Huh? Yeah, let's throw some brains in there. Yes. So what I do is I do both tarot or just general spiritual readings, intuitive messages, mediumship, all sorts of different things. And so we're a very esoteric spiritual channel here. We talk a lot about manifestation, toxic relationships, right? Getting over that, just all around energy and energy healing. So I'm also a Reiki master and an energy healer and spiritual coach. So there is the access code. You came in the door putting on, thank you, honey. Thank you. We got some brains in here. So why don't...
Make sure y'all thumbs up this chat. Make sure you thumbs up the chat.
Yes,
thank
please.
You so much. Go ahead.
Yes, please. Thank you, Leah. Yes, I did add a few things to the background there. We're going to add a few more. We'll add a little bit more. I'm going to get it all nice and homey and cozy. So I think, what we're going to do for those of you, if you do wish to go on and, have us give you some love advice tonight, I do have the PayPal is available. PayPal.me/inspiredheart18 or Cash App $inspiredheart18 for any of that type of information. So Mona, while we're waiting for people to think of their particular questions, I'm interested in hearing from a more clinical standpoint. We talk a lot about narcissism and narcissistic, the relationship between the narcissist and the empath. From a clinical standpoint, how does a clinician define a narcissist? What would we be looking at clinically? for a narcissist?
From a clinical standpoint, and I'm so glad you asked that question, because often you hear these words go around social media, phrases get coined, people do a lot of self-diagnosing, and a lot of times they're incorrect or off the mark. I just want to point out, it's important for me to say this one thing. I'm not a licensed clinician, and I'm not a doctor. I'm a student who majored in psychology. I have an undergrad degree and a master's degree in psychology. So I'm educated enough to re-educate, but I'm not a licensed counselor to diagnose other people and whatnot. So narcissism, it's important to remember from a clinical aspect, if you're diagnosed as someone who suffers from narcissistic personality disorder, that means you're actually suffering. There's a mental illness often associated with other issues, whether it be generalized anxiety, some sort of depression. You have to understand, narcissism isn't just someone being a butthole. This is someone who is suffering mentally, and they can't escape these impulses or desires to see. Narcissists tend to be controlling. They want to run the show. They care more about themselves than other people, just right off the bat without pulling up any of my books. Another thing I want to point out is that this is often confused, but what an empath is actually not a clinical diagnosis. There's no real clinical association with being an empath in psychology. That's more of a spiritual thing, being an empath. The word in society would just be being empathetic or having empathy. But when someone says that I am actually an empath, that's more of a spiritual connection than a scientific or a psychology connection.
Oh, so that's for us metaphysical folks.
Yeah. Hey, Ashley, hey, everybody.
Hello.
Hey, Lisa Marie. Sorry about that.
Yeah, no. Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh my goodness, and before I forget, for those of you that have not yet been on this channel before, we are having a May subscriber giveaway, and that giveaway is a $100 Amazon gift card. And so the only thing that you have to do basically is be a subscriber, right? And then like and comment on any of my videos throughout the month of May. And when you do that, you will be entered into a drawing for that $100 Amazon gift card. So that's just my way of saying thank you to you guys for, for supporting me and for, just kind of hanging out with me for a while. Because you guys don't have to do that, but I sure do appreciate every time that you do. So don't forget to do that, please, as well. We're doing good, Clarence.
And you know what?
Yes, ma'am.
You know what? Also, if to remind, another point I wanted to make is the origination of narcissism and how it all started. You guys remember the Greek god Narcissus, right? And the story, it's a little muddled, but if I remember the story correctly, and you can correct me if I'm incorrect, but his sister passed away, and then he was mourning his sister at the pond and fell in love with his reflection. So, leaning off of that, that's where the whole term and the backstory from being a narcissist comes from. And it's just someone who has like an excessive interest, admiration in themselves. And I think that's the textbook definition, having an excessive interest in oneself. So you're dealing with someone that's overly conceited to the point that they may suffer if they don't do their rituals to make sure that they're always looking the best, that they look the best to other people, that people think that they're the best. They're very charismatic. A lot of time when you're dealing with a narcissist, you won't even know that they're a narcissist because you love them absolutely so much. Much like the sociopath, they've learned to navigate society, how to make people fall in love with them, how to manipulate people into liking them and believing whatever they have to say.
That's really good. I knew the story, but it's been so long since I've even thought about that story. Narcissus and Echo.
Yeah, says one of her favorites.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. So you guys have the option. I love Greek mythology too. Greek and Norse mythology. I'm huge into Norse mythology. But Greek mythology is so much cooler. So many different stories.
Did you read Homer's Odyssey?
I did. But that was like way back in high school.
Yeah, I fell in love with it like 5th grade because I was in advanced classes. Read Homer's Odyssey, fell in love with Greek mythology ever since then.
Yes, yes. Okay, so I do see Lillian wanted to be on the list here. So Lillian, did you want to call in? Or what would you like to do? Did you want to type in the chat what your question is, or email it to me? You have your choice. Y'all, I'm looking around because I had taken my darn Greek life. 1908, huh? Okay. All right.
So maybe we could talk a little bit about what inspired us to do this live, aside from me wanting to work with you for a long time now, but about the energy just moving around, about love and relationships and conversations still coming up either between us or eclectically. Do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Sure.
I'll start it off. Sure. So,
Go, yeah.
So you guys know, for those, I know you were drinking. So for those of you who know me, you may know a little bit about me, and I am someone who is sexually free-spirited. I am pansexual and polyamorous. And what that basically means is pansexual means I love regardless of gender. So it doesn't matter what's between the thighs. It's more so what's between the ears for me, because I'm a bit of a sapiosexual. I fall in love with people's intellect. That turns me on primarily and foremost. And I'm also polyamorous, which means that I have the ability to love more than one person at one time. And my wife and I share a relationship that is not restricted to attachment or the confines of monogamy. We respect the institute of monogamy, however, we are not monogamous. So we date from time to time. And in dating and seeing how people move and love, I just really wanted to see if other people were experiencing issues with dating, whether you're single or polyamorous, what type of experiences you guys were getting, and see if you needed as much help as I probably would have needed with my confusion with this whole thing. People are changing. And I don't know if it seems like that to you guys, but it seems like to me, and I could be wrong, but it seems like people are growing more bitter. I don't know if it's because I'm aging, and maybe at a certain age we get older and we just get tired of the crap of dealing with in and outs of relationships. But it seems like to me people either want to do one thing. They want to rush into a shake and bake marriage or a relationship, or they're so damaged that they don't know how to converse with you. They don't know how to talk to you. They don't know how to love you. And what happens to courting? Is courting dead? Is chivalry dead? So you'd have to pardon me because I'm a bit of a Southern belle, but I like a little bit of chivalry. I'm a bit old-fashioned.
Yes. I like a little bit. I'm not a Southern belle either. Jillian, if you want to call, come on and call, honey. We'll stop talking anytime anyone wants to call in. So if you want to call in, please feel free. And that's why I opened up the conference line tonight so that we could enjoy that, or you could type it here. Either way, it's up to you. I want to acknowledge my other Scorpio trine. Shonda Rises in the house. Hello, Shonda. Thank you for coming in. And you all, please, y'all know I call her the Queen of Astrology. Absolutely love Miss Shonda. So please do subscribe to her channel. She's amazing. She is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I think God's is well subscribed to her channel. I'll double check.
Yes. So, Shonda, don't get jealous. I have another Scorpio on the phone.
Of all the people that I've dated, I've never dated another Scorpio. I had the opportunity once, but she was so intense. I was like, ew, am I like that? I don't know if I could date me. I'm not high maintenance. I'm mentally high maintenance. Like, I know I'm a mental piece of work.
I can't date another. I have to date a highly evolved Cancer, Cancerian, and it depends on when, what deck in Cancer they are. Hey, Miss Maria. It depends on what deck in Cancer. If they're a Cancer, first deck in Cancer, man, I can't do it. I cannot. They are too much in their feelings. I can't do it. I just can't do it. Jillian, honey, are you gonna call, honey? I'm just trying to be sure.
When I
Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Jillian and everyone, you can call in at any time you want to. We are here for you guys, so we will pause in our conversation. We're just conversing to keep you guys interested in between call-ins. Don't be shy. Go ahead and call in, and you can be anonymous and give a pseudo name if you'd like, so you don't feel like you're being put on the spot.
Yeah, don't worry about that either. Taurus, I've never dated a Taurus. I've had some Taurus friends, but I've never dated a Taurus, which is just very interesting. If we want to take some just kind of general questions, we could do that as well. Yes, I've dated a Libra. Now, my first ex-husband was a Libra, but I'm not gonna hold that against y'all. He was very low vibrational, very low vibrational. So Lollipop says you're starting to think you're too independent to be in a partnership. I don't think so, dear. I think that just as we get older, we have a better grasp of what a true partnership is, and we're just not willing to settle for anything less. You have dialed it 3 times and something went wrong? Let me see what's going on here, because it should work. Okay. Because certainly Miss Mona and I are both on it. Okay.
Yeah, I know when I called in, I accidentally hit 2 6s instead of 6 zeros. The code. You might want to just double check, make sure that's being entered right. Yeah. Because I entered it wrong the first time. As a Scorpio, I hear that I'm not supposed to be too compatible with Geminis. But believe it or not, aside from my current partner and my wife, Michelle, that my 2 longer relationships were with Geminis.
Oh, wow.
I can't say that they were the best relationships, or, maybe I just proved my point. We weren't that compatible. But for some reason, it worked long enough. I guess we had an understanding.
Yeah. And I find it more difficult to, I guess, I don't know who I'm not supposed to get along with. I have no idea. I just know I don't like dating Cancerian men. Sometimes Aries men can be a little unstable for me, but I have an Aries moon, so I can flow with that a little bit better. I get real, who do I have a difficult time with? I'm supposed to really get along with Virgos, but I have a more difficult time with Virgos. And I think because they can be so matter of fact sometimes, the matter of fact, the signs that are real, like cut and dry, that's a real difficult. That's a difficult one for me because I get my little feelings can get hurt. Have I ever dated an Aquarius? I have not actually ever dated an Aquarius. I am pretty, hey Virgo sun, I did not forget about you, but I needed some time. I had some stuff going on, but I do have some oils that will help your daughter. So when I get done here, we should talk. You're on the conference line.
I've never dated an Aquarius, but you want to hear something funny? One time I had met this woman over the phone, a friend of mine, which, you're down. Take something, sis?
No, I moved something. I don't know why I'm not. Okay. Somebody said they're on the conference line, but I'm not hearing them. I didn't hear a chime or anything.
Neither did I. I'll tell my funny story in a minute. Let's make sure we get her in. Hey, Tennessee's own. Hey, Virgo sun. Everybody.
Hey. I'm supposed to be compatible with Libras and Aries. Okay, well, let me tell you. My first ex-husband was a low vibrational Libra. And now I have very good friends that are Libras. I'm not sure that I could date a Libra man, though. I'm really not sure. Aries, Again, y'all know how I feel about Aries. I love Aries for certain things. I really like Aries for certain things, but I don't know about settling down. Hey, Tawanda. Virgos are very critical. You hear music playing. What am I doing wrong, Miss Mona? She said she hears music playing.
She hears music. Okay, then she needs to hit, after she enters the code, she should hit pound.
Did you hit pound after you entered the code, Jillian?
I would hang up and try it again because she should automatically land into the room. Because
that's what I thought, because we're on.
But if she's hearing music, she entered the wrong code. She's in an empty room. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So y'all try one more time. If not, then y'all will just type it here. Eventually, I'll get this call-in thing together. Trust and believe me. So why don't you just type it in here? It is music. This is really, that just makes me mad. Huh? I'm talking about the number. The number to Wanda. Okay, try one more time, baby. I have to share a Libra. Oh no, I don't share very well. I couldn't be a sister wife. See, that's why how I know I probably couldn't be poly. I would have a problem. Huh?
Karen is Karen.
Yeah, okay. I don't know. No, just type it, Jillian. I'm so sorry.
Oh, you wanted to type it? Okay.
Yeah.
And see if I get back in, see if there's an issue.
Yes, ma'am. Miss Lollipop, if you could try it and see if it works, y'all, that would be awesome. Your ex, honeybee, your ex was a Leo. Hey, Von Brad, how you doing, honey?
Hey, Vaughn.
I did crown those Aquarians. Listen, I love me some Aquarians because they appeal to my justice sensibilities. So I really do enjoy Aquarians. I have very good Aquarian friends. I've just never dated one. Y'all don't mind me. I got a whole jug of iced coffee here, y'all. So just do not mind me, honey. Do not mind me. At least it's not spiked with whiskey tonight. So you're going to get straight sober readings tonight. I didn't pour my wine or my whiskey, so y'all are in luck. Or maybe you won't be in luck. I don't know.
Clarence is asking a question about a question.
Yes. Oh, we got a ding. Who's there? Who's there?
This is a test. This is only a test, and your conference call is working fine, dear.
Oh, fabulous. Thank you, lovely Lollipop.
This is Jillian.
Hey, Jillian. How you doing? Yay. Oh, this thing is working. I'm so happy.
But you do have to hit the pound sign, or it will just leave you hanging there. You ladies have a blessed night and go ahead.
Okay. Thank you, love.
Thank you.
All right.
I'm going to see if I can watch this and listen to you at the same time.
Okay. All right, Miss Jillian. Let me know when you're ready and you can give me the question for the evening. Give us the question. I'm so used to it being only me. I'm sorry, Miss.
I'm here.
Okay.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, we can hear you. Okay. All right. So I guess the question that I'd like to ask you is, if I should move on from an ex-lover, and I know you hate answering those types of questions, but I have to ask because it's been quite some time, but I really just can't seem to quite get over him, and I have dated, and I have been open to love, and I actually had 2 readings from you recently, and they've come true. It's happened. What you described has happened, and that person has come into my life, and even that wonderful person that came into my life, it's beautiful, it's everything, but it's not exactly what my heart wants. And I believe you even mentioned that in the reading as well. So I don't know what other information you need from me as far as my sign and his sign.
I would like your sign and his sign, and but Wow. Okay. So yeah, what is your sign and what's his?
If you're reading, I'll give the advice because I'll ask more questions and I don't want to interfere.
Okay.
I don't want that to interfere with your reading.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Okay.
What's your sign and what's his sign,
Okay.
Jillian?
So my sign, I'm a Gemini.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a Gemini. Does it matter if I'm a cusp?
Nope. Gemini's fine.
Okay. So I'm a Gemini and he's an Aquarius. We're both the same year.
Okay, same age. All right. Okay.
You need his name.
If you want to give it, you can, sweetie.
His name is Christos.
Christos. One of my daughter's good friends, her husband's name is Christos. He's wonderful. He's not from here though. Where is Christos from? Is Christos, that's a Greek name, but is he from England or was he born here?
He's Greek. He's Greek.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Hey, Brochet. Okay. Can someone help? You're the fucker. Honey, we'll help you, Vaughn. All right, let's see what we got going on here. So I'm just going to do a quick reading for the two of you guys together. Christos.
I'm helping Vaughn.
Oh, you are? Okay.
Yes. I'm responding, Vaughn. Give me a second. I'm typing it out. Your email address is heart18@gmail.
Heart of Inspiration 18 at gmail.com.
Okay, there you go, Vaughn. I just responded to you.
Okay, all right, Miss Jillian. Love, this is what I have for you. Your energy that I'm bringing, I'm going to focus on you this time.
Okay.
The energy you're bringing, of course, is the star, right? You are very hopeful, very, gosh, you've never wanted anything more. With the Temperance card, I just feel like you've never wanted anything more. And with the Temperance card, you've been incredibly patient and really trying to balance. I'm going to tell you, though, what I'm hearing is what you're trying to balance is his inability. Where's my allegedly sign? Oh, Mona, you're not used to this yet. So I do have allegedly.
I'm so happy I get to speak to you over the phone, by the way, Lisa.
Oh, thank you, honey. I'm glad.
I really do.
I'm so glad.
So exciting for me.
Exciting. I like this. I'm going to do this all the time now, guys. Okay, allegedly. I feel like there's been some infidelity happened, or you've either thought there potentially was infidelity, or a wandering eye at the very least. Okay. So remember that was very much allegedly. I'm just feeling that there indeed was. But it's like you're balancing this disrespect of you. You know I love you. You know I love y'all. Hey, Miss Surrey. You know I love you. But you're balancing this disrespect of you with because you see this potential in him. There's all this potential and all this possibility, right? And you want that. That's what that's what we're seeing, right? What you're bringing to the table now, this is going to be over, I will say, the next about 6 weeks. Okay. You're bringing to the table this Two of Swords, so you know it's time to make a decision. You know it's go time, right? With this Page of Spears, you're starting to take some baby steps. However, with the Five of Coins, you have indeed been left out in the cold, and you know it. You know there's a strong possibility of this. But with the Page of Swords, it's like I can hear you trying to come up with a new way to converse with him. You're trying to come up with a new way to say the same thing and to get a different result. What is going to be potentially an obstacle for you is the Ace of Swords. And I will say that is potentially an obstacle because, my dear, I am concerned that you do not want to see the truth that's in front of you. I'm concerned that because what is going to balance that out is the Justice card. The scales always have to be balanced. You have to start requiring of him that he puts in as much energy, love, attention into the relationship as you do. And until you're ready to see that ain't happening, the truth and not being willing to see the truth is going to potentially be an obstacle. Always looking at it through rose-colored glasses. With the Fool card, why is that one here though? Yeah, with the Nine of Swords. Let me tell you something. You know deep down inside that you want something new, and in fact, you want something new with him, and you want this fresh new adventure with him. But the truth is not displaying that in front of your face. And so this is potentially going to keep you up at night. Now this is what hello City Town. Hi love. Listen, the outcome or advice is the Strength card. And you guys, I am using the Game of Thrones for some of this, y'all. You know, these Game of Thrones cards tear y'all behinds up. They tear you up, boy. So if y'all say the word X, the two letters X, you get in the Game of Thrones card. Listen, you're going to have to, with the Four of Spears, the advice from Spirit is that you find the inner strength to truly go forward into your life purpose and allow true love and true admiration and true partnership to come in, as difficult as that may be. You can decide that you, with the Magician, actually manifest something new. It is going to take hard work with the Eight of Coins on your hands, but you will find wish fulfillment and overall fulfillment with the Ten of Cups. So my advice, if this were last night's purge or preserve, I'll be like, you have to purge. My concern is I don't know that you're going to be willing right now to do that. Miss Mona, the floor is yours, love. I have to go grab another deck of cards. The floor is yours, love.
Okay, no problem. Hi, Miss Jillian. I'm Mona Symone. Your name's Jillian, right? Jillian or Jillian? Jillian. Okay. Jillian, okay. I want to ask you a couple of questions, and if at any time you feel uncomfortable with the questions, just let me know, and that's fine. I don't want to put you on the spot. Okay. What I'm picking up on, especially from the reading with Miss Lisa, is that there's some issues with communication and an expectation of this gentleman to be more for you in your life than what he's showing up or presenting himself to be. Is that right?
Well, he's definitely my ex, and we're not in communication. So I was really just asking just for the guidance of
let it go emotionally.
Why it still lives in my heart so much. And even though I am trying and I am dating and I'm putting myself out there, it's so
How long did you guys date for? How long did you guys date for?
About a year.
About a year. And how long have you guys been broken up for?
It's going to be close to a year again now. So next month.
Okay, so you dated for a year and almost broke up for a year. Have you ever had difficulty getting past the relationship in the past, or is he like a first?
This is the first time that it's been this length of time that I can't get him out of my heart. It's not as painful as when we first broke up, but it's definitely prominent.
Now, with you and part of my assumption, but I think a lot of us do this when we go through a breakup and we weigh our pros and cons. Have you had an opportunity to sit down and sort of weigh the pros and cons about the relationship, and also whose decision was it to end the relationship, yours or his?
I was mainly his, yeah. But it was obvious that it was time.
Right.
Have I weighed the pros and the cons? Yes, I weighed out the pros and the cons. I know, like, right from wrong in the situation. It is what it is for me, I guess, at this point.
You know, I think what it is sometimes, and of course you can always reach out to me For you and everyone else, of course, we have a limited time here, but my email address is advising@monasimone.com. And anyone I speak to today, I'll invite you to reach out to me further. I don't want to get too personal and put you on the spot. But, I think sometimes we have an expectation, we set an expectation that we should be able to get over a person within X amount of time, or if it's been 2 months and we're still kind of missing that person, that it must be unhealthy or not be right. I think that it sounds like you are healing. You just, it's a bit of a struggle. And sometimes when relationships don't go as planned, or we had this expectation for this person that they couldn't live up to, sometimes we fall in. I'm not saying that you. I probably need Lisa's allegedly sign.
Oh, no, I'm not taking it personal. You can,
Okay. So sometimes we have a tendency to fall in love with the idea of the person, or what we thought the person was. Do you think he lived up to what your idea of him in the relationship was? Or what you thought it would be?
No, not completely, no.
Not completely.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but no. Got you.
Not completely, no.
Yeah. I just want to continue to encourage you to take it one step at a time. Continue dating. Continue getting out there. Don't measure yourself against anyone else's relationship and how soon they got over it. All of our hearts are different. Some of our hearts take a little bit more mending, so don't beat yourself up about that, because the more and more you beat yourself about not being over it, the more and more you're going to feel like you're not over it. So just go with the flow organically, allow time to pass. Miss Lisa got the card up. Allow time to pass. You know right from wrong. You know what's not good for you. So continue moving in the other direction, my sister. Other direction.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
And you know what, Miss Jillian, and then I think we're going to move forward. But what I also want to offer up to you is, a lot of times when we would want to continue to go back and back and back and back, there's still something within us that injury that we're feeling is serving. So even when we know someone's not good for us, or they're not really fulfilling all of our needs, or not treating us to what we know we deserve, there's still something there that it's serving, and that's that unhealed energetic wound that we need to find, clean, and heal. So that's why I did not get a chance to do it today. And Miss Mona, this is going to be, it's a surprise to her. But I'm going to be starting to have some group sessions where we can all get together and talk about energetic healing and talk about some of these issues like this. And perhaps, maybe Miss Mona would be willing to come in and help do some of those group sessions with me. And I think that would be a good thing for all of us, because I can't get to each of you individually as often as I'd like. So it'd be great if we could all get together as a group. But I think that you really start to look within yourself and your meditative time and see where that injury is, and really allow spirit to start working on that healing.
Yes. No, I understand all that. I've been definitely, during this breakup, I've gotten into my spiritual journey very, very much so, meditating and all that. I think more so what I wanted to get from the reading, and I did for sure, was pretty much, I know I'm moving on, but why do I still feel this way? And maybe if something were to show up in the cards, like, is it because there will be a future coming up? But I definitely received your message.
Okay.
So thank you.
You're welcome, love. Thank you so much for calling.
Thank you for calling. Yes, I hope you do it again.
Yes, we will.
Okay, and happy Mother's Day tomorrow.
Thank you, love. Happy Mother's Day to you, too.
All right, Ms. Mona. Thank you, ladies. Have a great night.
Thanks, you too.
You too. Okay.
Bye-bye.
All right, guys. Now, see, that wasn't so hard, was it? It's wonderful to talk to us. That was nice. Thank you so much, Jillian.
We don't write.
No.
Only if you ask us.
That's right.
I'm just joking.
Only if, well, I'm not. Only if, anyway, I got to remember, I think we have at least one underage. I got to be nice. I got to be good. Okay, I wasn't really paying attention to the chat, so I'm not sure. Was there someone else? Miss Mona, I didn't know if you were seeing someone else in the chat.
I'm conversing with a couple of people, just trying to find out what they're making their decision
on
what they're going to do and get it figured out.
Okay.
Not for certain yet. No solid yet.
All right, no problem. Hey, Sassy Rare Breed.
Okay.
Yeah, I what do y'all think? I think that the group thing would be really nice. I want to get that up on my website tomorrow, and we can do group energy healing sessions, and we could do group teaching sessions. But I really like the idea of that kind of group, taking people into their meditative states together. I really enjoy that. Oh, thank you, Miss Surrey. Yes, the Reiki. Oh my goodness, Reiki. I cannot forget. Clarence, we're gonna keep it to just maybe one question, okay, Clarence? Because I want to be able to get to everybody. All right. But don't forget, guys, those of you that are in the Atlanta area, I am going down there. I'll be there a week from yesterday. So on Friday, we're doing a Reiki weekend. Miss Mona did invite me to come down. And me, I just pop up, child. I don't let grass grow underneath my feet. So I'm popping up down there in the ATL in Hotlanta for a Reiki weekend next week, Friday through Sunday. And that weekend is going to be comprised of a law of attraction or manifestation 2.0 teaching. That is very important for an energy healer to know how to manipulate and utilize energy to help manifest not only your practice, but then also healing and wellness in the individual that you are assisting with the energy healing in your client. And then we're going to attune you to Reiki level 1 in the Usui method, which is the original method. I only attune in the classic methodology. There's not a whole lot of whoop-de-bam-woom, and I'm not going to ask you to buy a bunch of pendulums and all this, that, and the other. Okay, it is exactly as it was meant to be, energetic, okay? You are a channel for energy, so we're going to go through and attune you to that, and then also share with you how to begin some basics and how to begin your Reiki practice. You'll also receive some crystals and some essential oils also to assist you in your practice, okay? Hello, Nita. You are definitely not late, honey.
Can we repost the call-in number?
Yes. Yes. Can one of my mods please repost the call-in number? I do have an email from Von Brown. Okay. So Von said, okay, let me forward this to you. I'm not sure. Hang on one second. We'll figure that part out. Hang on, Miss Mona. Let me send this to you. I don't know why your email address did not save from earlier. Not like I haven't been emailing you all day long.
Right.
And then all of a sudden...
And then you should be receiving either an email and a call in just a second after she takes care of the CashApp portion.
Okay. All right. So
it's real simple, you guys. To make it easier, I'm realizing you could actually just CashApp the $25 and then call in. Or you can email the question either way. So once you CashApp the session fee, then just call in and let us know that you've CashApp the fee, and that may be simpler for you guys.
Yeah, that'd be a lot easier. Yeah, that would be wonderful. That would be fine. I don't know what in the world copy. Good Lord Jesus. Okay, we getting it together. You didn't save the number? Okay, hang on. Khadija, what's happening? Or call, do a reading. Why do you feel like a stalker? Girl, bye. That's what we're here for. I'm going to tell y'all something. Y'all be asking me all the time, when are you going to do some more call-ins? When are you going to do some more call-ins? Now, Khadija, I'm going to be nice. You were not one of the ones that did. However, there's other people on this here thing that did. So, those of you that have been asking me to call in and can we call in and all this stuff? Y'all come on and call in now.
Yes.
Y'all come on and call in. That don't make any sense. Okay, let me get this call-in number, you guys. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to do too many gosh darn things at once. You know what? Let me do it from here. I don't know why I'm trying to do it from my phone when it's clearly an issue. I don't know why I make things more difficult for myself, Miss Mona, than they really need to be, you know. Oh, yeah. Okay, let me put this phone number back in here, and then and then I'll put the, you guys, thank you for your patience. I really appreciate it.
Okay, got your email. I'm going to open it now.
Okay. Let me put this access code in here, guys. Guys, we're going to put the access code in here. And we're going to get it going. Because I like talking to you guys. It's so much nicer. I don't get a chance to talk to you guys. And so this is really nice for me. Because,
Oh, that's a good question for you, too. And I'll add on to that after you.
Okay. And Miss Mona, while we're doing that, do you want to put in here, your channel, the link to your channel address, please, just so in case that, you know, for them to subscribe to your channel, please. Thank you. Okay. All right, here we go. Vaughn, this is interesting. I am always attached to Capricorns, but they dog me. Now, I got some Cappies in here. I don't know what my Cappies... I'm in that Capricorn rise. I don't know why they do that. That's terrible. What sign am I really attached to and compatible? Oh, that was... Where is my trying at? Where is Shonda at? Vaughn, what is your sign? Thank you, Miss Surrey. Vaughn, what is your sign, dear? So, guys, if you're going to ask me those kinds of questions, I definitely need to know.
Yeah. I think, did you say earlier? I'm going to scroll up real quick. I thought you
maybe
mentioned earlier. I was going to say the wrong sign, but I probably could get to it. Let me see if I can.
Now, does anyone, and Vaughn, if you would like to call in, I would love for you to do that. But if you don't want to, I understand.
Let me text her the number and make sure she has the number.
Okay. And then I also do have Ashley did send in, and Ashley and I Am Virgo also did as well for my mods.
Okay.
And Ashley, who is OG?
Beach. Is she in here, Beach? OG with it?
Well, she said, Ashley says, a love reading for me and OG. So I'm guessing that maybe...
Okay, so for them two, interesting. Two beautiful people.
Okay. Okay.
And then, Vaughn, if you're listening, I just text you the call-in number with the code. Go ahead and call in, babe, because we're going to have some more questions for that type of, there's OG with it, for that type of question.
Okay, so, if you guys just want the love reading, let me just do the love reading while I'm waiting for Vaughn to either call in, and then we can kind of talk a little bit more about, compatibility. I need to know your sign. I need to know signs in order to know that. Okay, so let me go. Let me, Ashley. So I'm going to just do a general love reading for Ashley. Clarence, you can ask a question. That's fine, sweetheart. I'm gonna do this reading while we're waiting for Vaughn. I'm gonna just do this love reading for Ashley. Okay, Miss Mona.
Okay, awesome.
Okay.
For Ashley.
This is for Ashley first.
Okay, Ashley's a Libra, and then Beach also.
I think Beach is Beach a Libra?
Beach is a Taurus.
Taurus. That's what I thought. 1908. Now, Beach, you gonna make me remember who was founded in 1908. Thank you, Khadijah. Nah, and that's bad. I should know which Black Greek organization was founded in 1908.
Oh, why does that sound so familiar?
I feel like it was AKAs, but I could be wrong.
You know what? We might get our Black Panther card revoked. Just kidding.
Well, I will because I'm a Zeta, so I'm going to really be getting mine out of here. I'm gonna be
Well, that's like the
I'm gonna be out here.
The Alpha Kappa Alpha.
That's why I thought it was AKAs. Yeah, I thought it was the AKAs.
What sound do they make? They're the ones who do that, right?
Yes, they do. But we don't make those noises. We don't make those calls when we're not members, dear.
Oh, okay. My family, I was never a sorority girl myself. Oh, hey, Miss Adelaide. Marina Key.
Oh, hello, dear. Hello.
She's actually a friend of mine. Yeah. I come from a family of Deltas, but I never pledged anything myself.
Yes, I pledge Zeta.
Yeah.
I pledge Zeta. Okay.
I didn't pledge anything at all. I was too angry back then. I would have had to fight. I went to hazing.
We'll talk about hazing a whole nother day. That's a whole nother time. Okay, all right. So this is for Ashley. Has Vaughn gotten back to you? By the way, Vaughn, we do need your sign.
Yes. Vaughn
is
working on it.
Okay.
I'm helping her out.
All right, Ashley, this is what we're going to do for you. So I've got the Knight of Swords. I've got the Queen of Swords. This is interesting. So Ashley, I feel like you're going to be starting to get some communication from someone very soon, a very special somebody very soon. However, my concern is that, and you're going to see some forward movement from them. So it could be another air sign, right? Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. That would be, the Knight would be you. So there will be some forward movement with this individual as well with the Eight of Wands. And then with the Three of Cups, it's going to be, they're going to be very lighthearted, very fun loving. You know, it doesn't have to be an air sign. So I do see someone coming in over the next 6 to 8 weeks. You're definitely the Queen of Swords right now, with Queen of Swords, which if you're a Libra, that is definitely you. I feel like you're living in your truth at the moment. This is definitely a soulmate. You are ready for, with the Two of Cups, a soulmate relationship, most definitely. And with the Knight of Cups, you're ready for some, to deliver love, and affection back and forth. That communication, that could also mean a Scorpio as well. This is quite interesting. You then have the Six of Wands, and you then have the Chariot card as well. So this is going to be a quick moving relationship, a little bit quicker than normal. And what and advice I have for you is the Eight of Cups. I'm going to tie this all together because I need to with you, Ashley. This relationship is going to require that you move faster than you normally do. You are going to have to, you're going to have to make your Libra decision. You know how y'all weigh everything back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. That's all y'all do is weigh in everything. Okay, I'm gonna need you to not weigh it so darn much. I'm gonna need you to back that up. And I'm gonna need you just to have fun, let loose, and enjoy it for a change. Especially if this is the Gemini coming on board. Geminis are not gonna be wanting to wait around forever. Okay, they think fast, they move fast, but they're a lot of fun. And whoever this person is, I see this gentleman as a lot of fun. Okay, so with this 8 of Cups, if you have had some past relationship issues, I'm gonna need you to cut that loose. So what I say on this channel, my folks already know. I tell y'all, now you just got off the plane and off that last flight with that last bad relationship. So I'm gonna need you to take your baggage, wash your clothes and your dirty drawers, and go on and pack them up again, put on a new one. Don't take the dirty stuff with you onto the new flight. Okay, wash it up. Okay, and repack it and take it on. Okay. I also I do see that, I know you didn't ask this, but I do see this person as about 6 feet 6'1". They're either extremely tan or perhaps, on the lighter. They're racially ambiguous. I can't really tell. They're more racially ambiguous. Potentially green eyes, or eyes that change. They go from green to potentially a kind of a gray, but very striking eyes as well. Fairly well built, not overly muscular, but fairly well built. He's fit, Ashley. He's fit. Beautiful smile. Kind heart. Young, 20s, mid to late 20s maybe. I don't know if that's the right age for you, dear. But they're young at heart or they're young. Okay? Young at heart or they're young. Well, Ashley, I can't help it, baby. I said racially ambiguous now. I'm not going to do... I had one person... Let me tell y'all something. Y'all are just coming on here. I see people. I have this gift. I tend to see the one, okay, when it comes over me. And I had one young lady, she was African American, and she wanted her a Caucasian man, and that's not who I saw for her. And honey, she argued my behind down. And that was a rough night that night. So I don't know what to tell you, child, but she was really mad at me. She was like, "Well, I only date white people." Well, okay, well, carry on. But anyway. I just say racially ambiguous. I'm not sure, but he's got fuller features. Hey, Lucky Sprite, how you doing, baby? Thank you so much for sharing this. So that's what I've got for you, Ash. Again, younger. I don't know if younger is bad, but she is. But he's real. He's just very young at heart and youthful, but he's in good shape. He takes care of himself. He's athletic. Very athletic. I know you're not mad, honey. I just little child. Anyway. Okay, that's where we at with that.
I'm curious about that slip up you just said. You said he, she.
Oh, I don't know.
I was curious about that. Okay.
Maybe he has some, I don't know. Could be trans, could not be. Could be, I don't know.
Picking up on anything?
I might be. I don't know. It just, that was a slip, wasn't it? I didn't even see.
Yeah. I pay attention to those things. Yeah. Could have been a Freudian slip.
It could have. So that's what I see for you for love, Miss Ashley. And then do we have Vaughn on here then?
Vaughn is supposed to be calling in.
I thought I heard.
I think you text.
Yeah, I thought I heard somebody ding. That's why I was asking. Okay, if not, I can go on and we can take care of Beach. But I thought I heard somebody ding. Is someone on the line?
Take care of Beach. And then I'll make sure Vaughn has the number to call in because she's good to go.
Okay.
I'm here.
There, I knew I heard a ding.
Okay.
I knew I heard a ding.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, we can hear you now.
Hey, wait a minute. Hey, y'all. I'm so sorry. I'm so country from Houston. I love y'all.
Love it.
Maybe that's that Houston in you. I promise you that's the Houston. I promise you. Hey, Mona Cakes. Hi, Heart. How y'all doing? Hey,
Well. So, Miss Vaughn. So, Cappies tend to do your bogus. What's your sign, sweetheart? Uh-oh. Did we lose everybody?
I'm here. Okay. So,
okay.
So can y'all hear me?
Now I can, baby. What is your sign?
Okay, so my sign is Aquarius. And my question that I sent to you is, why do I end up with these fucking Capricorns? Like, wait a minute. Like, everything for me is Capricorn. Like, everything that I'm attracted to is Capricorn. And everything that's attracted to me is Capricorn. And they are not, I've heard before that they're not compatible to me.
No.
And I realized because they vex my fucking spirit. I'm sorry.
Not the F-bombs, baby. Not the F-bombs. I don't want to get demonetized.
Okay, so let me rephrase.
Okay.
Let me rephrase. So I run across this, because I gotta put it like, I run across these Capricorns, and I'm trying to understand why I attract them, because I attract them not only in my relationship, I attract them in my friendship.
Do you know what your other sign? Do you know your moon and your rising sign?
I do not, and I have been questioning that this week. Maybe I don't know what it is, and maybe I might be a Capricorn in my other signs, but I don't know, because those right there, they vex my spirit to the point where I want to tell some shit up.
She said they vex.
But you keep running into them.
I'm sorry, I just be wanting to tell
No, you're so funny. You so cute. Okay.
I have to, Mona Cake, Miss Hart, I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
You okay, babe? You okay? Let me ask you a question real quick while Hart is feeling what she feels. What is it about Capricorns that you're attracted to?
I think because okay, so let me go back. Let me think in my mind. I like that they do have structure. I like that. I like structure. I like people who not that I think that they're more than me, but then I feel like they can take range. And I'm okay with being the backseat driver and letting whoever I'm with take the range and take the, I'm okay with that. But at some point, I don't always agree with what they do. I mean, because at some point, I'll be like, hell no, and I'm not doing that, and go back to 1-800, no, I'm not doing that.
Okay, so listen.
Because it's my head type of thing.
I got you. So I'm going to say something, Miss Mona. We could just tag team. This is what I'm feeling off top. So this is got nothing to do with, I pulled some tarot, but I don't even need it. This is the thing. When you say, well, you don't mind taking a back seat, that did not ring true with me at all. This is the thing. We have been taught as women that we are supposed to be submissive, especially now y'all down there in Texas and down there in that Bible Belt. So I know. All right, so we're supposed to be submissive. Okay. He's supposed to be the head.
You're right.
Okay,
you're right.
But the problem.
I have a lot of spiritual background.
But you don't, or you do?
I say I have a lot of spiritual background.
All right.
I'm a PK. I'm more of a PK kid. I was raised in a PK household. So.
Jesus, Lord help me. Okay, honeys, we got some work to do, baby. So let me tell you. The thing is this. This is the thing, okay? We really, in actuality, what the church dictates as submissive ain't really what it means, right? A lot of what's written in the holy text, I'm not going to say the holy text is wrong or anything like that. What I am saying is this. is that this is the King James version of the Bible, right? Is a version. And any other book that we say it's a version of, right? Then we understand that that's not the original, that is someone else's version and or interpretation thereof. There are certain words that were used in the King James text that are misogynistic and were meant to not only keep women down, but keep indentured servants and their slaves down afterwards. Okay? So this is the thing. That whole submit thing, we were never meant to be submissive to the man. We were meant to be partners with the man, and as we come into union, or the spirit that we are with, and as we come into union, that union together spiritually, the two become one, and then we actually connect to the rest of the ethers. So when you say, because I used to say that same line of BS too. All right, I used to say that same line, and you know what that line got me? Another ex-husband that cost me $13,000 to get rid of. So, you're not meant to be submissive. Okay, there does have to be, at some point you two can come together, and somebody might have to make a final decision, but taking a back seat to somebody is not who you're meant to be. And your spirit, your eternal spirit says this isn't right. That's why you have a hard time with it. So you do like the stability. I picked up on that immediately. Capricorns are very good providers as well. Capricorns do tend to be leaders as well. All those things. But your Aquarius nature is not going to allow you to take a back seat. You are all about truth and justice and the higher good and the greater good. And that takes a back seat to no one. You need a partner to run with rather than somebody that's going to want to always tell you what to do and how to do it.
Wait a minute. Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm gonna add on to that when you're ready too.
Go ahead, honey. Go ahead. I pulled my church fan out, honey. I pulled my church fan out.
I get it. Because what you're saying to me has resonated to me in the last 7 hours. I promise you, it has. But I was like, I needed clarity, because what's going on with me? That Capricorn wants to come back into my life, and I know, because she knows how to come back into my life. She knows what to do to come back into my life. That particular one that knows my heart of her, who knows how I care about her, who knows anything at this point, if she would call me. But I got fucking mad. I'm sorry. I got upset today. I'm sorry.
I'm going to need a 5-second delay.
Because what you're not going to do is keep coming back into my life and think I'm just going to be there waiting for you.
Right.
No, I'm not doing that.
Well, Vaughn, let me add on, Vaughn. Bonnie, I love you. It's important for you to be authentic and transparent when you're dating. What you don't want, don't allow. Don't accept it. Don't settle. And you need to know, you need to have a heart-to-heart with yourself, woman in the mirror, and tell yourself what it is that you want, what you won't allow, and don't allow it. Because the reason why she can come back into your life is because you're allowing her to. She can't do nothing.
Okay.
You don't let her do, baby. So the moment she try to walk back in the
I know, I'm sorry.
That does not serve me. So in keeping with the heart told you, you don't want to be a backseat driver. That's not what you. Now what I hear is that you're willing to compromise and work towards the relationship. But no other human being should ever take a backseat to another human being in a relationship. We should be able to work together. I always say we don't give 50-50. We need to give 100% of ourselves. And if you're with someone that's not giving you 100% of everything they got to give, baby, you being cheated.
Yep, that's very true.
One, right foot left, one in front of the other one. Don't you settle for that.
Yes.
And don't make me find you and take my belt off.
Oop. Lord, help me.
Okay, and I did it because I'm going to say this. I'll say this, and I'm going to admit, because one thing about me, I'll admit my truth. Because I don't lie, because I can't remember. But my truth is because I did say, okay, I want to deal with this person because I fell in love with that person. And I don't care what they do, because of who I am as an Aquarius, I'm going to support them. I'm going to say, I don't give a dang who comes into the situation. I know, that's why I said dang.
I don't care who comes. I'm sorry.
That's okay, honey.
I don't care who come into the relationship. I don't care who come into the relationship and say to me, I don't like her. I don't give. That don't matter to me, because if I'm with her, what you ain't gonna do is tear her down, because that's who I'm with, and I'm gonna always cover her, even if she don't. If y'all don't agree on the outside, I'll cover her. However, in the end, what happens is she walks away. And all the time that she was with me, she was with a whole nother male.
Wow.
Okay, so can we get in? I'm gonna run it down to you.
Well,
okay.
Well,
that's what it go into.
We want to make sure that we get enough time for everybody, Vaughn. So we do want to invite you. You know, you can reach out to Heart of Inspiration for a personal session, and you know you can, because of this session, just go ahead and we can continue to talk about it outside, but we don't want to go too deep into it, so we don't have enough time for everybody else. But remember what we're telling you. You know what you want. You know what you desire. If not, you need to get in touch with yourself and be honest with yourself about what you want. You don't want no woman that's around here being disloyal to you, cheating on you. What kind of mess is that? She's not deserving of your loyalty and your dedication. And I'm not saying that you get with somebody like that and mistreat them. You pay them with your absence.
Right.
She doesn't deserve that. Stop throwing your pearls to swine, baby.
Right. And the other thing too, and
wait, Mona went to the Bible. Mona, I'm gonna need you to go out the Bible.
Mona know the Bible. Mona know the Bible.
Yeah, I know what it is. But Heart, I hear it. Miss Hart, I hear it.
Yeah.
Mona, I hear it. And I'm not trying to take up no more time, but I'm thankful because I was able to call in. Y'all, yeah, I hear it. And it's so
Vaughn.
Vaughn,
I'm gonna ask you one other question. I need to direct you in a certain way for a moment. I want you, in between the next time you and I talk, please go to my website. We could schedule something, or just email me. We'll schedule something. Or come to the group.
And Mona.
Yeah, well, we're going to do the group. Mona didn't know she was going to do group with me, but she's going to do the group. I just booked her for the group, y'all.
You can reach out to me individually.
Yeah. But in between that time, I want you to examine your childhood. And I am going to say that a lot of the way you're dealing with people now, or you allow people to treat you, is because you yourself were not valued. Okay. And we do the best we can. I was a prophetess in the church for many years. So I was in ministry for many, many years. I have 3 children. I had to make sure that I never sacrificed my children on the altar of the church. Meaning the church did not come first. My kids did. And unfortunately, what happens though, in the name of servitude to the church, a lot of times what will happen is our children will suffer. And so they begin to feel like their needs, wants, desires are secondary to everybody else's. So I want you to examine that, because if we get that straight, I'm telling you, everything gonna get straight right now.
Okay, so can I say this and we'll disconnect the call?
Yes, ma'am.
Can I say this to you?
Yes, ma'am.
You're right. You're so right. I have a 16 and 17-year-old, and they seen me go through mutilation in the church. So and I'm gonna be done with that, and I'm done with it. Y'all, she's on point. She's very on point. Mona, Cakes, you're on point. Everybody's on point. So what I wanted to let y'all know, so I can let everybody get in time in, y'all on point. And I'll get back with you guys. I just want to let you know. Heart, you're on point. Mona, you on point, and I just need to get with y'all on the back end.
Okay, honey.
I love y'all.
Love you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Y'all have a good night.
Thank you, dear. Love you.
You know, I'm so laid back. Has good, happy energy. And need more of that.
That's me all the time. I had to bring it out. You still on the phone?
She is.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm gonna get off. I'm sorry.
No, you fine, love. You're fine. All right. Okay. Here we go. Now, guys, I'm going to get on back to, let me finish up with, we've got Beach, right? OG with it. OG with it. Let me, you on the dance floor. Now, that's the other thing for those of you that are newer to this channel. I call people down to the dance floor or down to the DJ booth. So here we go. When I call your name, come on down to the DJ booth now. You guys, please do continue to share this out on your Facebooks or on your wherever. So we want people to come on in and partake in with us. This has been a really good time so far. I'm really, really happy. We have a few more, and we're going to see. OG came on to that. She came to the booth, honey. She came right on to the booth. What do I have for love for you, OG? And then I think what we're going to do next, I got to see who came in. We had a few more come in since then. I am Virgo Sun came in, and then I've got two other ones. I've got Khadija. And then I think I have one more too. So we're going to keep it moving. We're going to keep it going here.
And could I add also, Heart, that after you do the tarot reading, I don't want to talk to them before the tarot reading because I don't want the questions that I ask to interfere with you. But after the tarot reading, if they have more specific questions for me, because what we do is a little different, although I like to believe that I have some gifts and talent to see things without knowing. But if they have any specific questions or relationship questions, they can ask. So I'm not just like digging.
Yes, ma'am.
For specific questions. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Not a problem.
But everybody heard that.
Not a problem. No problem. Did y'all hear that? So, well, if I end up giving a reading or whatnot, and then Mona, if you have some additional questions, Mona's going to add to it. I appreciate that you all. I see people saying that you really like this duo. Thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate this, and I'm really, hopefully this gets people. I want people to start. We need to do this more often. Oh, we got dogs. Miss Mona, can you mute yourself? Is that you?
That's not me.
Oh, Vaughn, hang up.
Shut up,
Vaughn. Miss Mona, text her.
Let me text her and tell her phone is still open.
Oh, Jesus. Lord help me. Ooh. Y'all, this, I need to quote Armand, some shit might shut down, some shit might shut off, it might stop working, but we gonna still get the show done. Anyway, okay, here we go. OG, here we go. OG, what's coming towards you in the area of love is the Eight of Pentacles. I don't think that's a bad thing. I'm getting this sense that you are coming into a season where and this is a good season for you, OG, to actually work on yourself. This is your season, right? You being a Taurus. This is a wonderful birthday season for you to work on yourself. And you're going to find it a little easier, even though, because it's more native to you, right? So you might find yourself wanting to exercise more, or maybe wanting to go on a diet, or maybe wanting to do yoga or whatever. Like, you want to do things that are going to make your body feel good as well. And with good reason, because the wheel is turning in your favor with the Wheel of Fortune. So this is a really blessed time for you. Okay, blessed time for you. And this is a good motivating time, even with, Jupiter and Saturn and now Pluto all in retrograde. With this full moon coming in Scorpio, this is an excellent time for you to start really evaluating your relationships, your interpersonal relationships. This is a great time. I wonder if we're going to have to just hang up the whole thing. I don't know if I can get rid of her. Is there any way to disconnect her? Mona, I don't do the thing as often as you do. Do you know anything about that, Miss Mona? Hold on, guys. Okay, this is what I'm going to do, guys. Hold on. I'm going to Miss Mona, let's just both hang up, and then
I was trying to call her to tell her to hang up, but I guess the phone must be in her pocket, so she's not hearing it. But I'm worried that if we end the line, when we come back on, she'll still be in the chat room.
Oh, I don't know.
Is she still there? Did she hang up yet? Okay, we may be good to go.
Okay.
And
nope, she's there. She's there, honey.
Still there.
I don't know.
Heart, can you do me a favor and mute your public chat real quick? I'm gonna yell real quick.
Okay, 1 second. OG, 1 moment, then I'll finish your reading. I'm just gonna go mute for 1 moment. What I had to do is I had to hang that other one up. So I'm hoping, I don't want to host online. All right, let's do this here. All right. All right, here we go. So bear with me. I am so sorry. So we're going to try this again, and hopefully it won't be the same issues. So I very much apologize. Access code. I think it's the same information, so we're just going to try it.
Welcome. This service is provided by freeconferencecall.com. Please enter your access code followed by the pound or hash. If you are the host, press star now. Otherwise...
I'm sorry.
Welcome.
1 second.
This
Sorry.
Is provided by Free Conference. Access code or phone number you have dialed. If you are the host, please enter your PIN followed by the pound or hash. If you do not know your PIN, please enter pound or hash. Please announce yourself.
Lisa.
Mona.
All right.
Mona, who's that?
It's me.
That's you, Lisa? Okay.
All right. I think we got it.
Cool.
Was
and
that?
I was able to get in contact with her and let her know.
Okay.
She's definitely off the line now.
That was the same number. Okay. Are we back here now, guys? Everybody, can y'all hear me? I don't even know. Let me check. Yeah, I'm back. Okay. Was that the I think it's the same number though, right? That was the same number.
Yeah.
Okay. So guys, the calling number is the same. So let me get back to the reading. I do apologize for that issue. I really do apologize. And we are back. All right. So like I said, you're going to want to work on your body. Taurus season is all about working on our body. If you're feeling stress is just, you're going to need to release it that way as well. So this is, OG, a really good time for you to do that. You're bringing King of Wands energy to the party. Sagittarian type energy, fiery, very sure of yourself. And that tells me you're going to attract a very, if you wish, a very sure of themselves partner. And this is going to be with the Fool card, somebody different. The type of person that you are, that if you do your work, OG, the type of person you're going to attract is going to be very different from any other type of person you've ever been with before. Okay, this is going to be somebody that's much more on your level. Okay, that you're not always going to have to coddle to, that you're not always going to have to cater to, that is going to be very self-assured, that is going to be very self-reliant, but also able to come and be a really good partner to you as well. So the next two cards I have are the Nine of Cups and the Eight of Cups. Now the Nine of Cups is usually actually one of my most favorite cards, right? Because that's all about being self-assured, self-love, self-reliant. That's in a spot that I reserve for what could potentially be an obstacle. And then I have the Eight of Cups right behind it. So what I'm hearing in that regard, OG, you got to turn away from all of the things all the narratives that other people spoke over you and programmed your brain with. We grow up, right? We're children, we're babies, and then we're children, and then we're teenagers, and we're adults, and other people pour all of this stuff into us all of our lives. And they program our brains to think of ourselves and speak over ourselves in a certain way. And part of this hard work and this transformative work that you're doing is to kind of occupy your body and release that energy out of your body so that then your spirit or your higher self can actually pour into yourself. And actually say, I am abundant. I am beautiful. I am lovable. I am loving. I am caring. I am giving. I am strong.
Deserving.
I'm sorry?
I said deserving.
I am deserving. Yes. Yes. All of those things, and release the negative energy that's been associated with the relationships before. Because if we hold on to that negative energy, we're going to continue to attract that exact same person. So the outcome or advice is the Sun. You have brighter days ahead of you, and they're coming. 6 to 8 weeks, I see like much more of a transformation for you, and a really positive one as well. With the Four of Cups, you're going to be in thought a lot about the past, and that's okay. It is good to be reflective, retrospective, introspective, and objective as we're reviewing and healing, right? So look over your life, be retrospective on the consistent themes, then be introspective. What did you bring to the table and how did you attract this person? Forgive yourself and forgive that other person for what they did to you. And then be objective and able to kind of lift yourself out of it, being outside yourself. So those are the three ways that I talk about looking at these situations. So So I do believe that you've got, this is the thing though, I don't necessarily see love coming in immediately. This is still a time for you to work on yourself and become self-partnered. I'm not saying no, I'm just saying I don't see it within the next couple of months. Perhaps, fall, early winter, but not the next couple of months. Okay, I'm done with that. I'm sorry, Miss Mona. Did you want to say something to Miss OG?
If she has some questions, I didn't really have a lot to go on to give advice.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have any questions, OG, with it? Any questions about love, relationships?
OG, I know we got there's a lag, so I'm gonna just let her.
Looking for her comment. Mm-hmm. I know she's in the con. If you want to call in, OG, you can do that too. Yay or nay if you want to call in. That'll probably be quicker. And ask too. I didn't get a chance to ask Ashley D if she had any questions. So Ashley D, if you have any questions concerning love, relationship advice, you can call in too and ask.
Okay.
So let's continue on. I know there's a bit of a delay, so we can sort of just continue on until we get their answers back.
Yeah.
If they want to call in or have any questions.
Yeah, not a problem. So let's let's go with this here, because I know that who was next here. So I got Ashley, I got that. Okay, I feel like I've got a question from Corliss. You're so welcome, Vaughn. I got a question from I Am Virgo Sun, so I'm going to Virgo Sun, do you want to call in, Lovey? If you don't want to, I'm okay with that. I understand. But if you want to call in, you're more than welcome to, dear. And I'm gonna send this screenshot to you, Miss Mona, because I did got this question from her in text message. So we're gonna go to Corliss, and then we're gonna Khadija. Get on deck, Lovey. Oh, who's there?
Ashley D.
Well, hello, Ashley. What's your question, love?
I really would like Mona to give her take on how to deal with your reading as a life coach.
Reading as a life coach, how to process her reading as a life coach. That's a good question, and let me know if I'm answering it the way that you're asking it. I have a background in psychology and religion. And that's what I studied. I did a double major, an undergrad degree, and master's degree. And there I go bragging again. But trust me, I got a point to this. A lot of people always ask me, why psychology and religion? Like, they don't seem to understand how the two go hand in hand. And I believe that a person's spiritual or religious beliefs have a lot to do with the way that they accept things, the way that they perceive the world, love, and relationships. We talked earlier about being submissive, and we know a lot of that comes from religious traditions and whatnot. I would say if I was life coaching a person that was also receiving tarot readings, I would tell them to receive it in their authentic self. If it's something, however way they process it, whether they accept it as true spirituality like a lot of us do, whether they accept it sort of like a guidance tool just to sort of point them in the right direction, that's the way you're going to receive it. There's not going to be any one-size-fits-all blueprint. I always encourage to be authentic to yourself. And likewise, when I'm life coaching, I life coach people of all different beliefs and backgrounds, from atheism to devout Muslims, and I always approach them from their place of understanding. I don't put myself into it. I don't try to impose my spiritual beliefs or Sam's beliefs. What I do is try to understand from their position or their spirituality. So that's how I would always approach anyone that came to me that was also receiving the spiritual gift of tarot reading, and I would advise them to receive it how they best see fit, with whatever beliefs they have. Is that kind of what you were asking me?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
And more specifically to my reading, and it's the second time I've heard this in the past 2 days, I need to let go of some baggage. How would you suggest going about that?
Letting go of baggage. Why are you holding on?
Because I care too much, I guess.
Is that it?
I don't know.
You don't know? How long has it been since you guys broke up?
I mean, relationship baggage, I don't even think it's relationship baggage.
It's not really relationship baggage. It's just sort of some baggage that you have a tendency to carry things, and it's hard to let go to the point where you become a bit obsessive about it. Like a bit OCD.
Yeah.
Okay. Has that been the way that you've been for most of your life, or is this something in recent years?
Most of my life.
Okay. Well, the first thing that I would encourage you to do is to see a licensed therapist to make sure that you're not dealing with any issues of, I know that OCD sometimes can manifest as worryation, where we have a hard time letting things go, not just relationships, not just intimate relationships or romantic relationships, but situations as well, incidents. Something goes down, it's hard to just get it out of your mind and not deal with it because you're seeking some sort of reconciliation or resolve. And if it's difficult for you and you're not able to find a resolve, or, sometimes there is no question and we're trying to find a resolve, then maybe you should seek help from a licensed therapist to sort of help you on that end to make sure that you're not putting too much on yourself. Secondly, I would say that sometimes we have the expectation that there should be a resolve. Like sometimes I speak with people who have lost a parent or a child, and it's been years, and it still hurts like heck, like the first day. I think sometimes as humans, we expect that we should just be cured, like so many days go by, and then we should no longer have to deal with this. But sometimes it's not about no longer having it in your mind, but learning how to process and appreciate the experience that you had, and by that way you're sort of letting it go. Like not having this expectation that you'll never think about it again, because it's life. We constantly reminisce, we constantly think about things that have happened in our life. So you want to make sure that you're not setting yourself up for failure by setting the example that you should never think about it again, whatever it is. Because maybe that's the problem, and maybe you don't really have an issue with letting go, but just accepting the fact that it's not going to disappear forever, depending on what it is.
Yeah, okay, I'm going to get very personal. And,
if it's okay with you.
Yeah. I know haters will listen, but whatever. I just want to know, is it healthy? I told you about my almost baby mama, right?
Yeah, right.
Okay. Well, I say almost because she lost the baby before he was born.
Mm-hmm.
And she miscarried.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. On May 17th, and that day is coming up. And every year, even though we're not together, we kind of acknowledge each other, and we accepted that, we named the baby Anthony Deshaun Courier. That, we had that. That's something that we're going to have for life.
Well, yeah, absolutely. And that's why I'm glad that I mentioned earlier, when someone loses a child or a parent, sometimes we have this expectation that after so many years, those feelings are just supposed to go away, that we're not going to feel. You have to come to a place where you're okay with feeling. Mm-hmm. You have to allow those feelings to flow through you and accept it. Let me ask you this. What have you done in remembrance of the child that you guys lost? Like, what have you done in honor of the child, or the however you see his soul, spirit, or the child that's not with us?
I think that's the main inspiration for kind of like adopting the child that I do have, that I do claim, my godchild, because he would have been born around the same time that she came into my life. Okay, so I was quick to bond with her, and I just committed for life, and I'm like, I started college fund and everything. Well, like, this is my child.
Ashley, I love you dearly. So understand this is coming in a humanistic way, understand that this is coming from a place of love, but you cannot replace one person with another or one thing with another. So while it's great that you've been able to adopt a child and love another child, when I ask you specifically what you've done in honor of the child that you've lost, I know you went to that. So it sounds like you may be seeking a replacement or a distraction from dealing with the heartache of losing a child, and that might be the problem. It may be, and we might need allegedly, son, because I'm not sure, because we haven't talked about it in depth, but it may be that you've never really dealt with it and allowed to process it and allowed it to flow through you. Have you been seeking just distractions and other things to not think about it?
I guess you could say that, yeah.
In a manner. We need to find, and I'll say this and then we'll kind of end it up, but we need to find a way for you to pay honor or homage to the soul that's lost.
Yeah.
Find a way to remember that child, to honor that child. And I think loving another child and giving that love is a great way, but it's not a resolution. It's not a resolve. So you have to find a way to process your loss, honor that child, and sort of give something back positive in the world for the innocence and the positivity that we didn't get to experience. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so we need to do something, whether it's the balloons might be a bit cliche, but maybe this will be a great experience for you and your almost baby mother. Maybe you guys can get together and it could be something that you do together. And it might be healing for the both of you guys, even from the relationship that you had. Okay?
That's
okay,
what...
So we'll continue to talk behind the scenes about it. So I'm not just going to leave you with that. I'm going to make sure that you're good, okay?
So,
everybody, tear up over here.
Yes. Ashley, I just want to share this with you. So, first of all, I'm very sorry for your loss. You're welcome. I lost my fourth child, stillborn, at 6, almost 7 months. He was a boy. I had already had 3 successful pregnancies. I had no reason to believe that I was going to, have a stillborn, the last one. And it completely tore apart that relationship with Alicia's father. And it wasn't until, and yes, that does sound so cliche, Mona, but let me tell you something. Until and it was right about, in fact, May 22nd was when mine happened. And we did, it took a couple of years, but a few years later, we did go and we went to the gravesite because I did bury him. And we went to the gravesite and released balloons from there and just talked about what Al would have looked like or what we would have done with. Just to allow ourselves the ability to honor him. Because regardless... Go ahead.
I was just going to say real quick, sometimes, especially when we have a child that's stillborn or we lose early on to SIDS, we often forget that funerals are for the living. And we do need, I don't want to call it closure, because, it's your child, but we do need to find a way of processing that. So I'm just feeling something, some good vibrations right here, especially with Lisa being able to relate, having lost also a child and so close to the day, and she knows your experience, the same advice that I've just given you. Pay homage, honor, and find a way to process. And I'm sorry to interrupt this.
No, I was just agreeing with you. When it's crazy when we lose children before their full term, before the pregnancy is full term. It's almost as if we're just expected to just let it happen and not really address it, because you didn't really have the opportunity, quote unquote, to carry the child to full term, and you never, it's like, it's this unspoken, like you don't know where you fit in. And I can remember saying, like, oh, well, my loss isn't as great as someone else who had, lost a child later on in life. And thank goodness for the women of the church, because they were just like, no, that's regardless, you're a mother that has lost a child. So regardless of, you need to honor your feelings. I don't think we honor those feelings enough. You need to honor the feelings of grief. It's legitimate. You need to honor what would this have been? What would the relationship have been? The dream and everything. We have to honor that. And really, because once we can honor it, then we're not fighting it anymore. Then we can truly heal. But we got to stop fighting our feelings, right? And just let them come and let them go, let them flow and let them be, and just honor it and be with it. It's okay. It's okay.
Absolutely okay.
Yeah.
And don't feel guilty. And what Lisa said is very true, and it's very disappointing about humanity, the way when we find out that someone's lost a child that was maybe a bit older, there's this conception of like, well, they got a chance to bond and they have memories, and we treat someone who maybe miscarried or lost a child young as if they don't have a right to grieve, or that it's irrational. And it's not irrational. You still had a whole future ahead. There is something magical that you feel when the moment that child is in your body. You feel that child moving from the moment you know that you're pregnant. And especially, my heart just breaks for those who had to actually deliver and then to lose a child, because that is a magical moment, the pregnancy within itself. So to take that from a woman or to devalue that and say that she doesn't have a right to grieve or carry that sort of sentiment, that's not right. So I hope you're not beating yourself up in that way. And I don't know that you are, but I hope that you're not, because you definitely, your child deserves the honor, and you deserve the time to grieve your loss.
Yeah.
I don't know how. I love you guys. I'm so sorry. The honor, we're going to do it. You're going to do it. And we'll talk later and decide whether it's something that you want to do with your ex or by yourself. But we're going to have to try and find a way to honor your lost son.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for that.
You're welcome. I love you.
Ash. Thank you. Love you too.
Okay.
Love you guys.
Bye.
Just a moment. Meditation. Love all around. Thank y'all in the chat. Thank y'all.
Yes, you guys are awesome.
Okay?
Yeah, no, I'm fine. I'm thankful that we have this forum and this platform.
Yes.
I really do. I'm very thankful that we have this, and I'm very thankful and I'm honored that you all speak to us, speak to me, speak to Mona about these things, because they're so very personal. And I know that a lot of times we don't have anyone in real life, and so I'm just very honored and humbled that you trust us, and I'm very thankful that beloved, that Creator has entrusted us with speaking to you and giving some little bit of wisdom. So I'm very honored for that. Very honored.
Yes, thank y'all.
Okay, Sassy, you said something about what you were trying to figure out. I'm so sorry. Then Corliss, I'm going to read for you, dear. We're going to read for you. Sassy, where are we at here? I got to scroll up and see if I see what you were saying.
You said we missed someone?
Well, no. Well, Sassy was making a comment, and I must have missed. Gosh darn it. Okay. The grieving process is important. Thank you, guys.
Love all around.
Yes. Okay. All right, Sassy, please put that what you were referring to, what you're still trying to figure out, so we can address that. Yes, I'm so thankful for this platform. Okay. All right, let's looky here. Okay. My baby daughter's on her way back from California, y'all. My baby's on her way home. Okay. Yes, honey. Back in time for Mother's Day. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is for I Am Virgo.
I can't forget to call my mother tomorrow.
Huh?
Don't let me forget to call my mother tomorrow.
Girl.
Then I call my daddy. You know, I'm like, Daddy, happy Mother's Day. I love my mom. I'm just being a joke.
Yeah, I gotta call my mama too.
All the time. What's up with my mom? Love my mom, and I'm not gonna forget it. Okay.
Oh, so Sassy was referring to. So I typed in the chat that sometimes plans change when we have stillborn children, and that spirit wasn't ready for this lifetime. You know, I don't know that I fully made peace with that either. It's just that I just know that we're not always going to understand the explanation. So there had to be a reason. If we choose to come here as infinite beings choosing to have a human experience, then there has to be a reason for even just the in utero experience. And perhaps that spirit only wanted to experience that. I don't know. I don't know. I haven't really given a lot to that. Anyway, sometimes I'm Monique. How do you say her name? Monique?
Well, Monique.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but that's not. Well, you know.
Okay.
You know without me saying.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not sure.
So, Alade, I'm gonna use that. Okay. MA there. Yes, sometimes we do have some heavy energy, but it's so cathartic. We just roll with it. Trust me, it's gonna lighten up again in just about 10 seconds.
It's gonna flow through.
Okay. All right. So I am Virgo Sun. Here we go, darling. Okay. So we're still dealing with the cat with the Sag girl. Oh, child. Okay, baby. All right. Let's see what we got going on now. Y'all know how I am about this stuff. Okay, keep on. So here's the Sag. You can't shake the connection. It's stronger than what you ever felt. I know, baby. So I don't know how to truly get over this, or it needs to be gotten over. I know that Aries moon, honey, we ready to be moving along, aren't we? When we decide we just through. We ready to go. Okay. So you don't have to call in, Miss Lady, if you don't want to. All right, let's so we've got I am Virgo Sun, and then we have Khadijah. And then that's the last that I have for tonight. So if somebody else wants to come on in, if somebody else wants to get some advice, please feel free to do so. All right, here we go. I'm not going to make you call in. So let's see what's going on between you. All right, what's Kimon? What? Okay, I need between Kimon and Corliss. I need this between Kimon and Corliss, please. 6 cards, please. I'm not gonna do you dirty. I'm not gonna use those Game of Thrones cards because they be tearing it up. Yes, Mr. Clarence. But again, we're just gonna do I'm trying not to do super long calls, but we'll talk. That's why it drives you crazy. I know it drives you crazy. You drive me crazy. Okay, Mr. Kimon just really, I'm telling you, I'm tired of him and his wishy-washiness. You know, a lot of times some Sagittarians, they want to be free, but they don't want to be free. They want to be in a relationship, but they don't want to, you know, like get tired
they
that.
want to be free while someone is committed to them.
Yeah, thank you, Miss Mona. That's exactly it. I sure couldn't find the words. All right, here we go. Let me move some of these cards out of the way. I need a bigger table, y'all. Okay. Energy between the two of you. Well, actually, this is more your energy. Deep down, we've got the Hermit card. So this is all you, what's about to come out. Literally, all you. You are so in your Virgo-ness, and you are just studying this right now. So you want the commitment. That's how you're feeling deep down with the Hierophant. So the cards are just confirming what you said. And this is definitely in a holding pattern. He right now is moon energy. He got some stuff he is not telling. He ain't telling. And I'm about tired of him holding on to these here secrets. Deep down inside, though, 2 of Cups, he's feeling you. He loves you. He just doesn't know how to deal with you. He wants to make, with the 2 of Wands, he wants to make a decision, like he wants to make that passionate decision. To be with you and to have this passionate with you. The problem is that he doesn't know quite how to deal with you because your practicality, your earthiness, sweetie, will just like put that fire out with the Sagittarius. But then there's the Aries moon, so he really doesn't know how to handle it because you pop off. Like it's literally, hey, family grind, it's literally on and popping. And so he doesn't know which trick bag you coming out of. And I don't mean any harm, but he's just like really confused. So rather than tell you really what's going on in his head, he just holding on to his little feelings. Okay, he's not going to say nothing because he doesn't know what to say. Yes, he's scared. Yes, he's scared. Okay. How he's walking his walk amongst everybody else. High Priestess. He is not. Now we have both the cards of keeping stuff to himself. He's not telling nobody nothing. What he is with the Death card, he is attempting to transform. He's like, I gotta change. I keep hearing him. We're gonna get to that in a second. I have to change. He wants to transform. He wants to be better. He wants to be better for you. He wants to be a better man overall. And with the Empress, which is the Maven of Manifestation, he really does want to nurture something and grow something with you. Okay. Outside influences that you may not be aware of. I have the Ace of Wands. So people are telling him, you got to go back there and get your girl. 6 of Swords. They're telling him also, leave behind all the crap. Like stop with the back and forth. Stop with, making her all confused. Just, own it, love it, live it. Okay. Right now, he's very overwhelmed in his feelings with the 5 of Cups. These are feelings that he didn't necessarily intend to have, and everybody can see it. It's like, he's like, I didn't mean I was going to fall in love with this girl. I didn't think I was just going to want to just boo up. Literally, that's what I hear this man saying. All right? And they're telling him, you got to piss or get off the pot. It's time to make a decision with the 2 of Swords. Now, this is what troubles me. This is what troubles me. Intentions is the 3 of Swords. I am not for sure that he is going to really be able to come outside of his little feelings and walk away with the 8 of Cups. Walk away from all that old stuff and walk away from the heartache and walk away from not feeling like he's enough. What I'm sensing is he feels like if he gets into this relationship with you, he's going to disappoint you. That he is going to be a disappointment. With the 10 of Wands, I don't even know that he's ready to completely walk away from his burdens, pick up his burdens and pick up his, woe is me stuff. And it's not really woe is me as if he's a whiny man. I don't get that sense. It's just that he wasn't expecting to meet somebody like you. Okay. He wants to be a provider with the King of Pentacles. Yeah, this is him, Temperance, Sagittarius. And he's got to find his truth with the Queen of Swords. That troubles me because that's really his free will, Virgo sun. There is nothing you or I could say or do about it. Outcome or advice, there is forward movement with the 8 of Wands, but you know what I say about the 8 of Wands? It is not very directional movement, not like a King of Wands or a Queen of Wands where they know the direction they're going. 8 of Wands, typically they're signified by arrows that have been shot in the wind, so a good strong wind will move them in a different direction. The general direction is there, but not enough actual commitment. Okay, there's going to be a lot of thinking on your part and his part. I don't see this coming to a resolution anytime soon. With the Page of Pentacles, I feel like you are going to have to come up with a new way to have this conversation with him. It might take you literally talking to him. It might take you saying, look, both of us, we both want to be together. And with the 6 of Cups, I think that you all can really unify the family units together. But don't come at him with the Aries moon. Okay? Stand down. And Virgo, watch what that tongue can cut, boy. That Virgo tongue can slice and dice. Before you talk to him, I don't even know what to say to take, but you're going to have to take all kinds of chill pills and you really going to have to really get in touch with your feminine side and that motherly self, Virgo, the mother, and really come at him in a different way so that he can understand that you view him as enough. Yes, his energy is very strong. But okay, go ahead, Miss Mona. I'm about done with that.
Without even being asked any questions, I feel like this guy is her soulmate. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I feel like he has some stuff to work through, but if he does, it's gonna be so beautiful and amazing. But it's a risk, and it's almost like you have to really ask yourself if he worth the patience and the time it's going to take. And it's not only going to be good and rewarding for you, but for him as well. And I feel like through this experience, you also will grow and mature so much in your own, your own issues that you're dealing with. Mm-hmm. I mean, I think you guys, but it's like this. It feels like you guys can be really great for each other, or you can destroy each other.
Wow.
That's what it feels like to me.
Good boy. So,
that's what I felt.
Yeah, no, you're right. There is that soulmate factor to it. And that's definitely there. And that's why that 2 of Cups popped out. I know you're trying to understand, but you have to understand that scaredness is not, that's because of past hurt. And I think we've talked about that before. That's because of past hurt on his part, that he's been hurt. And I'm telling you, I keep hearing this, like Women have talked about him so bad and just been like, you know, you ain't this, you ain't that, whoop the bam woom, you know. And he just doubts himself now when faced with a real woman. He doubts himself. Okay, honey. Ooh, child. All right. Well,
I got it, at least I'm reading it.
Oh, you have it? Okay, good. All right. So we got one more here, and then Mr. Clarence, if you want to get your question together, we can chat about it. We're not going to be on too much longer because we've been on for quite some time now. Okay, you got a mini reading. Okay, so this is Khadijah now, honey. Got a mini read from you a month or so ago about the same guy I'm going to tell you about. But okay, you tried to date him multiple times. It hasn't worked. You're not into them. This is another situation, isn't it? Just not into anybody else.
Yeah, but it's yeah.
Someone else, I'm thinking about him. It's been a year now since we spoke and moved out of town for a minute. But I'm trying to figure out, what does this mean? Wait a minute. Try dating. It's been a year now since we spoke. I also moved out of town, changed the number. But basically, you're still thinking about him. You're a Libra and he's a Taurus.
But I got a question.
Okay, Khadijah, you're down at the DJ booth, Khadijah. Thank you so much, Fancy. Well, let me make sure Khadijah's at the. Hang on one second, love. Hold on one second. Let me make sure she's here.
Okay. Calling Khadijah. Thank you, Lucky Spray. Thank you, Fancy. Here she is. She's here. Khadijah, is one of your issues with the guy, I know he's a Taurus, but are you having an issue with communication or him opening up with communication and being honest and open with you, or you feel like he's not telling you how he truly feels? I guess I'm asking if the issue, if one of your issues is communication an issue.
So I don't think they've spoken for a year. So let's I think what Mona's trying to ask is, were the issues communications? Like, were you guys not able to communicate very well when you were together? You guys are so patient. You all are lovely.
While we're waiting for her to come back, you want to just go ahead and start, and then I could answer that. I could finish that later, where I was going with that.
Okay. All right. No problem. And also, while we're waiting, I want to remind you guys that are here, I'm going to be in Atlanta next week for the for a Reiki weekend. So I want to be sure. Good night, dear. Good night, MA. Be sure to check out heartofinspiration.net and register for the Reiki weekend so you can become an energy healer. I know a lot of you that are going to that are watching this now or will watch the replay have been energy healers or want to be energy healers, and this is a great time. I'm going to be in Atlanta for the weekend to do it. So that's that. Don't forget, once this live is uploaded, please do comment so that I can enter you into the drawing, and please do subscribe, and please subscribe to Sage the Brain as well. Okay. So Khadijah says that she's always had, that they always did have problems. Huh? For next weekend? Yeah.
I was just saying, yeah. We haven't spoken in a while, but him telling me the truth or communication period was awful. Okay, yeah.
Had problems.
Thanks to Miss Lady Holiday.
So,
Okay, so a while back communication was a problem. Okay. All right. And so, Lisa, did you want to go ahead and take the lead on this?
okay. What signs are we dealing with again? She's a Libra, he's a Taurus. Trey line. Okay. Okay, so I'm trying to understand here. What does this mean and what do you really need to do? Okay, I find that when we can't let an ex go, did you want to say something, Miss Mona?
No, go ahead. I'll wait until after you're done.
Okay. I find that when we can't let an ex go, right? And I know you guys now I sound like a broken record. When we can't let an ex go, typically that means that there's something still about how that person treated us or the memories of that person or that relationship that's still serving us in some way. Now, I'll pull a couple cards while we're kind of talking to see if this person is like a soulmate. And so there may be there might be some karma that needs to be cleared out between the two of you. That's why you can't quite let it go. Sometimes we are more, I believe Iyana Van Zant says you're in love with either one of the 3 P's if it's a man. Well, if the P could be something else if it's a woman. So either the promise, the person, or the other P word, male or female organ. Okay? Now, we will fall in love with the promise of who we believe someone either has said they will be in the future or who we see and we believe they can be in the future. And what I've had to learn also is sometimes what we feel like that person should be in the future, really, they is nowhere close to what that person either has the desire to be or could ever be. But we've fallen in love with that promise. And that's sometimes the fantasy we've made up in our own mind. Now, so it could be the falling in love with the promise. It could be that there is some karma that still needs to be cleared. It could be that for some reason we just haven't let go of the relationship enough ourselves where, we get fixated on this closure thing. Like, well, it didn't end in a way that we are able to close the whole thing out. And unfortunately, when we don't feel like that we've achieved closure, and I'm guilty of this too, y'all. I mean, I just had to have an interaction with somebody that I've been on the same hamster wheel cycle for years. And do I truly love and care for this man? Yes, I do. Is he a soulmate? Yes, he is. Does that mean he's the one? Probably not. And I had to get the closure because I had this idea. I was hearing everything he had to say to me through the lens of the promise. Everything he said to me was through the lens of the promise of what I believed the relationship could be, because in so many ways we're so incredibly compatible. And I feel beautiful and I feel wonderful and I feel great and cherished and everything when I'm with him. However, he seems to not understand how the hell to get in touch with me, on any sort of a regular basis.
Right.
So I'm saying all of that to say this is that sometimes there's some things I can't tell you. There's something that's still serving you by keeping the memory of this relationship or the possibility that there could be a reunification alive. There's something that's still serving you. Mona, if you want to talk to her, because I'm not sure where I'm going any further than that yet. Do you want to kind of address it?
I feel like I'm missing a part of the puzzle.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like I have all the pieces except for maybe 2 or 3.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really giving me a hard time. Are you feeling that too? Like it's hard, like there's something missing. And I don't know if it's for the sake of privacy that we don't know something, but I'm kind of not feeling it. And that's just going based off my field, not my education, based off this gift that I have. But I'm just a little, it's been a year, and it sounds like you're considering restarting the relationship, but I feel like the relationship was very volatile, like very emotional for you. Like I feel like it took you through a lot. Mm-hmm. So and I could be wrong. Like I maybe need to allegedly sign. So I'm trying to find out if that is the case, then why you would want to open that door again. Because I feel like you're almost away from it all. It feels and everything. It feels like one of those we heard that one last time and make sure that ain't the one that I let go or the one that got away.
Yeah.
Am I anywhere close to reality?
Yeah, I mean, I feel the same way, like we are missing a chunk of the story. Khadija, you could either type in or call in, but we're just feeling like we're missing something. And Miss Mona's kind of saying the same thing that I say. You know, they're an ex for a reason. So what is the reason you want to bring this ex back in? It has been a whole year. So we're just trying to make sure that we can address the situation with the honor it, right, and give it the attention that it deserves. Because I just pulled a few cards here. I don't see anything good coming out of you going back that way. I really don't see anything good out of it.
Most stress.
Right. That with the hangman, I don't.
When we put ourselves back into a situation where we felt like we should have known better, then we feel stupid that we don't let. It's just like, ugh.
Right.
It feels like there's something. There's a splatter of something that's just not gonna ever mix with y'all.
Yeah.
Like there's something that's just not. It's just not. It's like oil and water. Like there's love around it, but it's not enough to penetrate that disconnect.
Right. So this is the thing, Khadija baby. This is what I'm seeing here. So I've got, boy, I'm going to preface this. This is
the bearer of bad news.
I hate it. They know I hate it too. This is the story I'm about to tell you is if you decide to go back down this road, this is what I see. There is always free will. He always has the opportunity, right? I can't say for sure this is how he's going to act and not act, but this is just what's coming out to me. If you decide with the Hanged Man in the reverse to go on and the Ace of Wands is a clarifier, to go on and decide to reconnect with him and get back together with him and stop this hiatus. I do see there being, okay, you're trying to figure out what you're supposed to do. You'd rather leave it alone than keep hoping. Okay, then this is for you, baby. This is for you.
Kind of way?
Huh?
I want to know from Khadija, was he like disrespectful to you in some kind of way? Like, did he cross one of those, like we all have our breaking points, like that, those deal breakers. Did he cross the deal breaker?
And Khadija, you can type that in there if you wish. Miss Mona is wondering, did he cross a line? Did he disrespect you? Like one of the deal breaker things, right, that we have. So basically, I am seeing that he is going. Huh? Okay. He is going to. You all could reunite if you went down that path. However, I do not see him with the Six of Cups in the reverse. I do not see a love, a respect, and admiration between the two of you that would be conducive. That's that nurturing type of love. That's that nurturing type of relationship. I don't see that at all. In fact, I see him traipsing all over all of your boundaries. When you brought that disrespect up, I had the 7 of Wands in reverse here. Traipsing all over your boundaries and everything. She said he never disrespected, but she knew he was lying. He was lying to her about what he had going on behind closed doors. Yep. So he disrespectful, and that's still disrespectful. Understand, lying is disrespectful. And that's probably, next to lying, spitting in my face is probably about the two most disrespectful things you could do to me. Don't lie.
There's different ways of looking at disrespect. And I found this in recent years' conversation when bringing up disrespect. There's the act of being disrespectful. Like if I call you out your name in front of your family.
Right.
And then there's an act of disrespecting by disregard. You know, like not being honest, not considering your feelings.
Right.
Those are things that are too disrespectful, but it's not that blatant disrespect that we think of. Yeah.
Right. Exactly. So I see him not respecting your boundaries. And if one of your boundaries is monogamy, or one of your... I think there was something else going on behind closed doors, so I'm not going to talk about that. But whatever your boundaries are, those are your boundaries. But I don't see him respecting them. And in fact, I don't see with a healthy, good, with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, I don't see a healthy, good relationship start. So if this were last night, because I know you came on last night, if this was purge or preserve, purge, he got to go.
So even if it's about money, if folks aren't honest about sources and stuff that could affect you, if you guys are a couple and you guys are together and you have this sort of set expectation. I hate expectations, but sort of like rules or certain things in a relationship, like things that you should be made aware of. That's still disrespectful, and if it'll put you in a position that you wouldn't rightfully deserve, and I feel like you know what I'm talking about, then I don't think you should be involved with it or nowhere around it. Because we should, especially when we have a partner, we should be upfront and open about everything, especially concerning finances.
Yeah, I did feel there was some money, something going on too. Okay, so Khadija, this would be my recommendation. To get past him, to get over him, sometimes what we have to do, typically a lot of people say the best way to get over a person is to get under another. But anyway, that's not what I'm going to say. What I am going to say is this. Much like with anything in our lives, guys, anytime we have any loss at all, we have to honor and allow that emotion to come up and allow the grief process to happen and look at it and feel it and acknowledge it. Because once we acknowledge it, even if it's okay to say, I miss him. It's okay to say, I enjoyed this about him. It's okay to say that, the sex might have been great. I don't know, girl. Whatever it is okay to say it. There's times I miss my ex-husband as much of a complete narcissistic sex addict user jerk he was. He did have some redeeming qualities, which is why I got married to him, right? Even
Hitler was a doting husband and a loving father.
Yes, that's what they say. So it's okay to acknowledge that. It's okay to acknowledge the good times. And I think it's even more so we have to learn to just allow the emotion to come. And then acknowledge it, and then it kind of dissipates, right? Then we can be like, okay, I can remember all those wonderful times. And now I can look at them as fond memories. And then forgive him and forgive yourself for being in certain other positions and allowing things to go on and release it. and because it can't hurt you anymore the moment that you don't give it any more power and you just allow it to come up.
Yeah.
So.
Did we lose Khadijah? She's still there with us?
She's here. She's just, I think she's assessing.
And everything, you know, being alleged, I hate making assumptions. Like I said, I feel like I have some baby gifts and training, and sometimes for most of my life, just sharing with you guys, it's always been said that I've had a way of knowing things without actually knowing them. But I mean no offense, and I certainly don't want to put anybody in an uncomfortable position to feel like they have to divulge like personal stuff. So don't feel like you have to go there.
Oh, honey, we go places we probably shouldn't on here. Anyway, honey, we love you, Khadijah. So I would say purge, let them go, so that you can raise your vibrational set point, so that you can truly become self-partnered. And a lot of times, that's the other thing I want to say. And then, Mr. Clarence, if you want to call in, if you're still here, we can probably take just like one question, okay? So that, because I have some things to do, and Miss Mona needs to get some rest, but her wife just got home. So we don't want to take too much.
You heard her.
But you know, a lot of times when we are like, oh, I've dated these other people and it's just not the same, or it's just not this. Sometimes I believe it's not even so much of how much we miss the other person, but that we still need self-healing, and we need to still become self-partnered. And when we go through that process, then I think it becomes easier to date, because now we truly love ourselves. And so now we're bringing that whole person to the party, instead of looking for someone to fill it. Okay, Khadijah?
I have something to add.
Yes, ma'am.
I forgot. When she asked if she should let it go or move on, like she's trying to figure it out, I honestly think that she's like 90% overdue.
Yep.
Like I think this is just one of those little peek back over the shoulder to see, did I leave anything back there I want to go back and check out? I think you got a bad girl. I think you know what it's trying to do to you. I think that you got a lot going for yourself. You're a beautiful girl. You have options. That ain't got to be one of them. And I think you know what you're going to do, and you know what you got to do, and you know that ain't what it is unless you want some more headaches.
Yes. Yeah.
So I think you'll be good.
She is, yeah. I feel her.
Decision.
Yeah. Yeah. You're doing good, honey.
I can feel her strength.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Clarence, if you want to call in, sweetie, now's the time.
Yeah. He looked like he said he'll call in.
Yeah, I got
I
it.
think I heard it.
Hold on, let me make sure. Let me copy this number just in case he doesn't have it.
Okay. And Lisa, just to tell you, this experience, this broadcast has been absolutely amazing. You know, we talk all the time as sisters, but just to work with you and to just vibe with you, like I'm really feeling this.
Yeah, this has been
having
awesome.
me with your stuff.
Thank you for
Yeah,
coming.
thank you so much.
Thank you for coming. Yeah,
You're
this
welcome.
has been so
You're
cool.
welcome. Thank you. You said what?
I said this has been so cool. I've loved this. I don't get the chance to do this that often.
Right. It's a vibe.
Mr. Clarence, is that you?
Yes.
Hello, Mr. Clarence.
Hi. I'm just gonna get straight to the point.
Okay.
I've been getting cause I still realize that empathy and stuff like that runs in the family and stuff like that. But that's just one thing I want to say. But my problem is that it's about self-love. I don't know. I realize that there's some aspects of myself that I'm not too happy with and things like that, and I want to have self-love and stuff like that. But I feel like I'm not doing the right thing, but I don't know. I'm like in the middle. I don't really know what to do.
So if I understand you correctly, are you saying that you're in a relationship where you don't really feel appreciated or loved, but you're halfway in the middle of deciding whether to go or stay? Is that what you're saying?
It's not really about a relationship. It's not really about.
Can you elaborate for us maybe a little bit?
I just mean they're like, I don't know. I don't understand really too much what I should be doing. Even with like my love, I feel like I should be working on self-love. At the moment, I don't have a relationship right now. So.
Yeah. It's okay, Claire. Okay, so self-love. And you said that there were some things about yourself that you're unhappy with or you didn't really like.
Yeah.
Okay, are they physical or mental things?
They're more of like the physical, but yeah, mostly like the physical.
Okay. Are these things that you can improve on? Like if it's a weight issue or something like that? Is it something that could be fixed?
Yeah, I think definitely it could be fixed. It's just I don't think I have the right mindset right now.
Okay.
I just not.
Do you feel like what is it? Confidence, ambition?
I mean, I was confident. I can say I'm confident, but most of the time I'm confident, but right now I'm just feeling it's different.
Different. I feel like I want to ask what it is, but I feel like it might be too personal. Is it too personal for you to tell us what it is that you don't like in particular about your physical?
Yeah, I think
it's very personal, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I think what you should do, you know how people have like they have those boards. What do they call them, Lisa?
The vision boards?
Yeah, those boards. What I like to do is I like to write because I journal a lot. So whenever I have like something major that needs resolve, whether it's growing to a different state of evolutionary vibration or improving something in my life, I like to sit down and write it out. Write what I need to do to get to that place, what exactly it is that I'm unhappy with, and how I can resolve it, and sort of work through it. That helps us in two ways. One, it's going to help you develop a plan to repair, and keep in mind, nothing's going to happen overnight. So don't have the expectation that tomorrow you'll wake up and be happy with absolutely everything in life. But the first part is that it's going to help you develop a plan to get to that goal or to resolve whatever the issue is that you have. And second, it's going to do something for your psyche. Even working through it and being able to envision that resolve is going to improve you mentally. And it's going to make you feel a little bit better about working towards your goal. Mm-hmm. Would you have an issue with maybe writing it out and writing some goals or things you'd like to change about yourself?
I mean, no, not at all. I mean, I write every now and then. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. That's one thing I would do. You know, without knowing detail, you know that you have to sort of take it with a grain of salt and apply, you know, in your life where it sits. But I feel like I believe you when you say that you're confident. I feel like you're humble, but you're confident. And I feel like what this is something that once you sit down and really work it through, you'll decide whether or not you need to do it. And then if you do need to do it, you'll figure out how to do it and get it done. Mm-hmm. You just got to build on that willpower. And I think that by envisioning it and working through it in your mind, that'll bring you closer to resolve or the courage to finish or whatever you need to do.
Yeah.
I hope that helps.
I understand. Yeah. I understand.
No, you handling it. I love it. Sometimes it's good for Mr. Clarence to hear from another perspective. I think that's very important because, especially by you just beginning to discover a lot of these things about yourself at your age. So I'm really, I'm very careful, right? Because there's so much that's still going to change about you, dear. Like, you're just starting. There's so much that's going to change. But to be able to be conscious and to be able to be in touch with your higher consciousness at the young age you are is going to put you light years ahead of everyone else. And you're right, working on self-love is so much more important right now. Being self-partnered and being self-assured. Really, that's all self-love is, right? Is being self-assured. But I'm sorry, Miss Mona, I cut you off.
No, you preach this, so I was just over here in the amen corner. Yeah. You better tell it. Listen. Very wise, very wise. I hope that helps, Clarence. You feel like that what we shared with you will help you somewhat?
Yeah, I think it'll help me. I mean, it's not just that. I also think that if I can continue to work on my self-love, I can finally give love to others, because my love situation is not good at all right now. I mean,
I always say love is a possession. If you don't have love, how can you give it away?
Mm-hmm.
If you don't own it, how can you share it? So you're right. Love yourself first. And another thing, when I'm dating, it's hard for me to love someone who doesn't love himself, because I'm wondering if you can't see the value in you, is there value for me to see? And I know it must be horrible for the person that is struggling with self-love, because if you don't love yourself, you probably feel uncomfortable. You probably feel like other people are picking up on that. To love yourself is to know yourself, feel complete and comfortable with yourself. And if you can't just relax and be you and be okay with who you are, then how are you, when you're in a relationship? Are you able to love them beyond that? I think you got your head on straight. I think you're wise beyond your years. And you're headed in the right direction. Keep focusing on you.
Yeah, I definitely understand. I mean, I'm 15 and I feel like I'm really more mature than most 15-year-olds, to be honest.
Light years.
Yeah. What? Yeah, God. What do you mean? Yes. I'm so proud of you. I was giving you 22. Good. Yes.
Well, yeah.
You're gonna be alright. You're gonna be alright.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna be alright.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
because what 15-year-olds thinking about self-love? I mean, I was, but I was different too. But yeah.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you. Did you have any other questions or anything for us?
No. I know you guys have things to do on your time and things like that.
Well, we appreciate you and we love you, and thank you for calling, okay? And keep in touch. Let us know how things are going with you.
All right. I'll definitely email you both.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, love.
All right.
Thank you, dear.
Yes. What you say, light years? Definitely light
yes,
years.
Light years ahead. Light years ahead.
Oh, wow, young man. Smart.
Yes.
Well, so we're going to call it a night.
Yes, it's about that time. It's about that time, y'all. Anybody that has not sent in their PayPal or their Cash App for their reading this evening, please do so shortly. I really do appreciate everybody. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for supporting both of us. And this was a great time. I'm so glad we finally did this. This was an awesome time.
Finally, yes. And it was a vibe. I enjoyed it. I just love you down. It was an amazing experience for me.
Thank
and that's
you.
probably an understatement.
Thank you, me as well. This was beautiful. All right, guys. Well, listen, now, tomorrow I come on and I'll get those weeklies out for folks. I might try to get some done tonight yet. And then get the weekly readings out. But happy Mother's Day. To all the mothers, to all the mothers to be, to all the fur baby mothers, to all the surrogate mothers, that you adopted everybody in the, in the neighborhood and whatnot, in your family. Happy Mother's Day to you guys. And, I'm really so grateful. Oh, when is the duo coming back? They're already now we're already getting requests. We'll do this again soon.
As soon as possible.
We'll do this again soon. But anyway, I'm gonna sign off, you guys. Okay, I love you guys. Thank you so much. Don't forget to go to heartofinspiration.net, personal readings and or Reiki sessions, and look out there, guys, because I am gonna put together bi-weekly energy sessions. If you're near Atlanta, come to Atlanta, and please go to Sage the Brain as well, and check Miss Mona out, and if you wish to work with her as well, is advising at monasymone.com. Is that correct, Mona?
Yes. monasymone.com/book a session. If you just do monasymone.com, you're going to just land on the blog. So you want to make sure you /book a session, and there's all my session fees. And when I return from hiatus, you'll be able to book online as well.
Awesome. And Suri, stop talking about me running for president. I don't want no parts. Chabba. Anyway, let me get
got no real power.
not a lick or a Louis. Ooh, child. Right. I don't want that headache. Anyway, make me the national security advisor. I'll take that. Anyway, let me go. All right, guys. I love you guys. Peace.
Bye, y'all.
Peace, love, blessings, and joy be unto you today, tomorrow, for all eternity. Love you guys. Good night.
Bye.